Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we have some interesting and actually very important news about Battlefield 6. There's just a ton of stuff dropping right now. First of all, we're going to talk about a new aim assist system, which Ripple Effect wants to call it Aim Assist 2.0. Very interesting in my opinion, but we're going to talk about that in a few seconds. Also, there's a list for all the changes and improvements since Battlefield 6 Open Beta by Battlefield Bulletin that we're going to go through. Very interesting stuff there as well. We have an official confirmed full weapons list for Battlefield 6. We're going to have 41 primary weapons, 4 pistols, and we're going to have over 50 weapons, including launchers, throwables, and melee weapons. We're going to get to that as well. We have a rumored release date for the Battle Royale section, which isn't October 10th, as you guys probably might think it is, but it's going to come out later. We're going to talk about that as well. DICE is also tuning down the entire sniper glint and the bullet tracer effect. And finally, we are not going to have 128 player matches in Battlefield 6. That is just something that's not going to happen for Battlefield 6. They actually acknowledge that 128 players wouldn't work on Battlefield. We're going to talk about all of that in today's video, so without further ado, guys, let's just jump right in and take a look at this new aim assist system, which is an evolution of what we had in Battlefield 2042. Ripple Effect calls it Aim Assist 2. In one interview with Well Played, Matthew actually explained how the Aim Assist 2.0 system works in Battlefield 6. Quote, "We're talking real-time renders now. We moved away from squares, boxes, and spheres to capsule-oriented meshes for aim assist. We've really upped the level of consistency and performance across the board. We're going very light with aim assist. We're not adding rotational aim assist. We actually removed snap zoom, which was in 2042, as we believed it was too mechanically heavy. We want to humanize aim assist, as we call it here internally. At the end of the day, aim assist is there to assist the player, but we need the player input to even activate the system. We want the player to feel good about what they're doing in game, achieving those kills, and they feel like they achieved it, not some system or code that achieved it for them. So that's our differentiating point, and that's our approach when it comes to a design standpoint of what crossplay is and what crossplay means for Battlefield. We have some really cool, interesting, and unique ideas and implementations that are maybe counterintuitive to what's found in other products out there. But again, aim assist is always a hot topic no matter what game you pick, whether you're a COD player or an Apex player or whatever. We're really excited about the solution we have, and we're focused on what we feel works best for Battlefield. On the other hand, Ripple Effect has also worked internally on something called Battlefield Triangle, where aim assist is interconnected in all scenarios possible for controller players. Infantry versus infantry, infantry versus vehicles, and vehicles versus vehicles. They have their own set of unique parameters, settings, and tunings when it comes to aim assist. So we have a holistic controller experience, and the first feedback we received was, "I don't feel the need to switch to another input anymore. I feel like the controller as a whole, with everything that Battlefield offers, vehicle gameplay, infantry gameplay, whether I'm fighting vehicles or I'm in a vehicle myself, I don't have to switch inputs." And that was a great thing to hear. We want vehicles to maintain power. We don't want to have this auto aim system where you have a rocket launcher and you're just blowing up tanks left and right. We understand that infantry is the deadliest anti-vehicle counter that exists in the game, and we want to be respectful of that, but we also want to provide some assistance when it comes to certain aspects of vehicle combat. So this approach, in my opinion, is really interesting, and honestly, this is the exact approach that every single modern FPS game needs to have. Like, honestly, let me tell you something. We all know that in Warzone and Apex, the entire aim assist system is just broken. It's just broken. Those who've played these games know it. Okay, even when it comes to Battlefield 2042, the aim assist sometimes just tracks you through smoke. Okay, that's something nobody can deny in Battlefield 2042 because that's the reality of this game. The aim assist in 2042 is probably one of the most effective aim assists in the entire franchise, but not in a good way. It's effective because it is super strong. And what these guys are doing right now with Battlefield 6 is actually making stuff better by letting you get the kill instead of letting the aim assist getting you the kill. So this is very important for the entire community to understand how the system works. This has to be played by those console players. They have to be the ones who are deciding whether or not they like this. And in my opinion, you as console players might not, get on with this thing so easily at first, but like it or not, your aim assist shouldn't be doing everything for you. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So if you have anything to say about that, just go down in the comment section and enlighten me about this stuff. Moving on, we have changes and improvements since Battlefield 6 Open Beta. So this entire list is very refreshing, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. All ground vehicles now have a temporary recharging speed boost. Helicopter engine power has been boosted because a lot of people believe that helicopters weren't as effective or as powerful as they should be. So they are now buffing those helicopters as well. First person view in vehicles has been improved. They're now just as viable as firing in third person. The M87A1 shotgun now takes more pellets to score a kill. DICE has made several adjustments to the way weapons behave, with recoil and firing characteristics now more accurately reflecting the chosen weapon. There have been changes to the range differentiation between weapons, which is, in my opinion, something that needed more explanation, but they just left it like that. In my opinion, they shouldn't actually mess with the recoil that much because, in my opinion, those weapons weren't lasers. Okay, maybe they look like they're lasers at first, but as you play more and more, you kind of understand that the game has recoil. I'm just hoping that they're not doing something really over the top to make everything just impossible to hit. Okay, there have been adjustments to movement mechanics with the slide and jump speed reduced. Also, backend and server side updates to hit detection and netcode have been improved since the open beta. DICE has increased inaccuracies when firing while jumping or sliding, contributing to a gameplay pace that rewards skillful movement without becoming too fast or unpredictable. Now, about movement, guys, in my opinion, the entire movement of Battlefield 6 open beta was perfect. I wouldn't call anything of that movement too much or, over the top. In my opinion, the movement was excellent. Now, there were exploits and bugs that people could actually abuse. What they need to do, in my opinion, is fixing those kind of stuff. If these guys are changing the movement to the point where they completely just destroy the skill gap between someone who has movement and someone who doesn't have it, then the entire game is going to be, taking cover and shooting behind cover. That is not something in Battlefield should be, okay? I'm sure some people will understand what I'm saying, but in my opinion, a lot of people in the community are actually just blind to what they want to do with this movement because they want everything to be toned down so much that they don't even know what they're doing to the movement. They don't know the consequences. They don't know how things might shift when you completely just destroy the entire movement of a video game. Especially a game like Battlefield has to have some sort of, skill ceiling for the entire movement, and there has to be some sort of skill gap in this area. So I'm just hoping that they're not doing anything too over the top that destroys the entire movement of the game. Operation Firestorm and Myrak Valley also include a wide variety of terrain and structures that provide a lot of cover. So that's about all the changes and improvements since Battlefield 6 open beta. But now we have a full weapons list. We have 41 primary weapons, 4 pistols, and overall 50 weapons including launchers, throwables, and melee weapons. So let's go ahead and start this real quick. Take a look at all the weapons. For assault rifles, we have the M433, B36AF, which is the G36. We have the SOR 556 MK2, which is the SCAR L. We have the AK4D TR7, which is the Tavor 7. We have the Quart 6P67, which is the latest variant of the AEK 971. We have the NVO 228E, which is the ACE 23, and the L85A3. For carbines, we have the M4A1, M277, AK205, M417A2, GRT-BC, QBZ-192, and finally the SG-553R. For SMGs, we have the SGX, PW5A3, PW7A2, UMG-40, USG-90, KB-9, SCW-10, and SL-9. For LMGs, we have the L110, DRS-IAR, M60, RPKM, M123K, M250, KTS-1000, MK8, and finally the M240L. For DMRs, we have the M39 EMR, LMR-27, SVK 8.6, and the SVDM. For sniper rifles, we have the PSR, SV98, and the M2010 ESR. Shotguns also include M87A1, M1014, 18.5 KSK, and finally the SS26, which is a gadget. For pistols, we have the P18, ES5.7, M45A1, and M44. And let's take a look at launchers now. X95 BRE, M320A1 Thermobaric, M320 Smoke, MBT Law, SLM93A, RPG7V2, MAS 148, M136AT, Portable Mortar, and we have the G1WP, which is some sort of incendiary airburst launcher. For throwables, we have the frag grenade, stun grenade, flash grenade, anti-vehicle, mini grenade, proximity detector, and throwing knife. And finally, for melee weapons, we have combat knife, sledgehammer, and hunting knife. that's going to be it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this rumored release date for Battlefield 6 Battle Royale part. Battlefield 6's new Battle Royale game mode is reportedly targeting an October 28th, 2025 release date, according to a new rumor. That's according to Modern Warzone, who has previously leaked details for games such as Call of Duty and Battlefield. According to this account, Battlefield 6 Battle Royale is currently planned to launch on October 28th, 18 days after the launch of the game, the base game of Battlefield 6. As mentioned, this date is currently subject to change due to the game being presently undergoing playtesting in Battlefield Labs. However, at face value, launching so close to Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is an interesting choice. And yes, it's an interesting choice, but in my opinion, Battlefield, at least right now, from my perspective and from what we've seen, shouldn't be actually afraid of Call of Duty anymore. Actually, that's exactly the opposite. That's Call of Duty that should be now completely just afraid of Battlefield, because the open beta went perfect. In my opinion, based on what I've seen so far, Battlefield 6 actually has something to say, and the entire franchise this time has something to say. So I don't think being close to Black Ops 7 release date is something very important for Battlefield developers right now. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what DICE wants to do with Sniper Glint and Bullet Tracer effect. Given that Reddit is extremely vocal, DICE has tuned down the Sniper Glint stuff and the Bullet Tracer effect in Battlefield 6 based on some of the best memes from the open beta. Quote, "I saw those memes with the Liberation Peak hillside just full of these giant glares," console combat designer Matthew said to IGN. "They're really funny, and they kind of magnify, hey, we still have work to do. For example, with the Sniper Glint stuff, we knew it was too strong, so we stepped it back. We knew the Bullet Tracer effect was too strong, so we stepped it back. At the end of the day, it keeps us honest. It keeps us like, hey, we still have work to do. There are things that players are maybe not vibing with or are vibing with in different capacities. From a design standpoint and from the team, we love this stuff. The community is engaged. We are engaged." So yeah, in my opinion, the Sniper Glint was just too strong, and tuning that down is going to be a step in the right direction. And finally, DICE acknowledges that 128 player matches just didn't catch on in Battlefield 2042 and promises they won't do that again when it comes to laying the groundwork for Battlefield 6. Design director Shashank Uchil said to Edge magazine that Battlefield players are very vocal and they don't shy away from telling you what they want. Quote, "In the end, we're subservient to the players. We do what the players want. We thought larger player numbers would work, it just didn't catch on. We try things out, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's that simple." Well, in my opinion, it isn't that simple, because you have to try something out that actually makes sense, not just reinventing the entire wheel for something you think that might work and it actually hits you in the face 4 years later. Things are not that simple when you talk about a franchise as big as Battlefield, but the fact that these guys understand what they did with player count, didn't catch on, is, something good, something to, be helpful about at least. And that's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope this video was helpful, somewhat informative. If you guys want to have everything about Battlefield 6 covered, news and everything until the game drops and then after it releases, map guides, weapon guides, those kind of stuff, this place is the place for you. Okay, so you make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel, because more videos are going to drop in the upcoming days. So thank you all guys for watching, and until next time guys, stay cool.